The S3 is one of the coolest enthusiast cars out there. I'll include a link to the Audi and Salt Lake's website in the description down below that's providing us with this S3. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Jason. Let's get right into it. Under the hood is a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 7-speed dual clutch. Fuel economy is 23 around town, 31 on the highway, with power outputs being 328 horsepower and then 295 pound-feet of torque. If you're looking for more honest, straight-to-the-point reviews like this, make sure you subscribe. Remember when Audis had simple exterior designs like this bad boy? You've got aggressive hood lines. I love the headlight design with kind of like the checkered flag type deal. Simple yet aggressive. That's what used to describe Audi. The modern ones are kind of funky looking. Tire wheel setup is 235 by 35 by 19. You'll notice that the brake calipers, red with the S logo. That's kind of a cool detail here. I'll give you guys a closer look at that little doodad. But here's your side profile. The wheels really pop out. And again, this is what cars used to be about, is pretty simple design. And then you have maybe one, maybe two elements that are a little bit crazier. When it comes to key fob, we have our lock and unlock opening for the trunk. You got the Audi logo there at the bottom. And let's pop into the trunk here. That's pretty cool. It's a smaller car, but I mean, that's actually a decent amount of space. I like the red on the mats here. Look at this. I think that's fun. Let's see if we can pick up the floor here. No spare tire. And like you'd assume, this is manual with popping it down. Got a carbon fiber spoiler there on the back, and it looks like this has the cool illuminated badges. I think these light up. Looks like it's got a little thing in there. That will cap things off for the exterior on this S3. I lied. You gotta look at the exhaust tips. There's 4 of them and they look aggressive. Now let's check out the interior. Regular glass in the back. We've got kind of like a harder touch up top, and this is nice. Got the suede here. You've got nice red stitching. Look at the seats. Again, more of that cross stitching. Even though this is a small car, it's got decent legroom. Got a little net there. Vents in the back, USB ports too. And headroom back here is pretty good. Let's now take a look up front. Looks like we do have blind spot monitoring, regular glass. It's kind of softer touch-ish. Looks like there's a little light strip there. But again, more of that suede, and then you got the soft touch with the red stitching. All of your window controls, mirrors power fold in, comes with memory seats. Got the S logo there, and again, more of that cross stitching, power adjustments with lumbar support on the side. Take a look at the steering wheel. You've got really nice trim all around, perforated on either side. Red stitching in the center, S logo there at the bottom, paddles on the back, practical controls on the front face for like the volume, view button there as well, and then just regular stocks for the cruise control and everything. Digital cluster, again, if I press the view button, it'll change depending on what you have selected there. Heads-up display too. The soft touch all across the dash, there is more of that red stitching, and I guess we'll pop it in reverse. You can see the camera system, good 360, it's got good resolution, I think. And then the infotainment system, pretty quick to respond. It's obviously not Audi's newest unit, but I thought this was more than fine. We do have dual zone climate controls, heated seats, more physical buttons for like the drive mode, select your parking assist, for example, turn the little camera too, some USB ports, phone charging pad, and then we've got more controls here. So your shifter, and then you'll note that we've got a little volume kind of circle. It's kind of hard to see in camera. Yeah, it's weird. Cup holders here, got parking brake, 12 volt. This is nice with more of that red stitching. Got Quattro there on the dash. And then we do have a sunroof. 2026 Audi S3. Total MSRP is $61,210. Let's take it out and see how it performs. Let us set off in the S3. Now we all know the RS3 is the GOAT, but it's also, well, it's not that much more expensive anymore. It is more expensive, but I guess this one, what is making this so expensive? 52. Huh. Carbon fiber spoilers are grand. I don't know. I guess the RS3 is still like 70-ish, I think, if I remember right. For most of them, they're actually sent to dealerships. Man, I will say this is like a breath of fresh air. I've most of my day today has been reviewing Audis, and I don't hate the new stuff. I see the appeal of some of it, but also at the same time, some of the new Audi stuff just doesn't feel like this. Feels so much nicer, like the steering wheel and the interior The new stuff has good build quality, but it's like they're using cheaper materials, and this new screen setup, like it's quick to respond, but this is actually integrated into the dash. Like, I really hope that cars after this little time period go back to proper design inside, because it's important. Like, just popping a screen on the dash, like, it's so ugly. And it makes a car, in my opinion, extremely undesirable. Like something I always think about with my Lexus LX, because it has that nice screen in the dash, and then it has the infotainment system on the top that was an afterthought, literally. And every single time I get in that car, I'm like, this has such a beautiful interior, and is ruined by a screen that's just there. Every single time, I'm like, can I just rip this off the dash? I can't, obviously. That'd cause issues with the car, but I want to. Man, this thing is a cool car. It's no 5-cylinder, but it's still a high-strung 4-cylinder. And you know what I was thinking about as I was sort of reviewing this today is, I feel like Jeep, yes, we're talking about Jeep now. I feel like Jeep has paid off some people, because I keep seeing these reviews on the new Grand Cherokee with its 2-liter 4-cylinder. I'm like, it's insane that this 2-liter 4-cylinder is producing over 300 horsepower in a production vehicle. And I'm like, Audi, Mercedes are both like, hold my beer. Like, Mercedes has a 4-cylinder that literally produces like 400 horsepower, 2-liter 4-cylinder. And Audi's had the, you know, S3 here for a long time that's over 300 horsepower out of a 4-cylinder. It's like, there's nothing special about that engine in the Grand Cherokee, you know what I mean? And the other thing is, like, that engine's lame in that car. In this car, having a 2-liter 4-cylinder with a lot of power is fun. I mean, it's a small, lightweight car, and so I love how people hate on turbo 4-cylinders, but it's like, it depends on the vehicle. Turbo 4-cylinder in a Grand Cherokee, stupid. Turbo 4-cylinder in an Audi, you know, 3 Series, what you'd call it, awesome, fun, fast. Just depends on the vehicle. Just depends on the vehicle. Yeah, seats. I like the seats too. Cross stitching, everything's cool. I'm starting to feel like Audi kind of has downgraded with their new stuff. How they've changed things. I still, you know, I never like make a final opinion on something until it's been quite a bit of time, because, you know, sometimes my opinion will change. It's like I review enough cars and experience enough, and it's like, you know, maybe I was right. You know, I'm wrong from time to time. That does in fact happen. I am wrong from time to time. I think these people are just gonna cross, they don't care, so we'll just wait. No, they don't have a walk signal. It's whatever. People in downtown are always, they do what they want. It's true. They do what they want. Let's, oh, it is in dynamic. I was gonna say, let's pop this in dynamic mode, but already done. It's probably what I would just drive this in all the time, because this is one of those cars where you get in and you just zoom around. Continuing along here. And this is a 4-cylinder that actually feels like it's got a top end. Again, it's not nearly as good as the 5-cylinder in the RS3, but it's still a really fun engine. So, I still think the S3 is a pretty cool car. It is a small car though for 60 grand, but you know, you're paying for the performance. So, let me know your thoughts. Today's giveaway highlight is a supercharged Silverado and Corvette Z06. If you're interested, use code BHC and this will give you 4x bonus entries into the giveaway.